Hey there, refurbers and scruffy looking nerf herders. It's me, scruffy looking RGB. How are you guys doing? I'm at this one more time today. We got cut off in the middle yesterday, so let's get through it today. I'm just gonna get down into it. If you come in, it'd be awesome if you could share the link to this video so that other people know what's going on. I'm gonna try and just focus on the mod itself. So at least, even if there's not a lot of people watching right now, people can come and check it out later on. So without further ado, let's get scruffy looking. We have a few parts here. We're working with a later revision Famicom, and this is a particularly clean Famicom. There's very little dust inside of this, which is very shocking, considering it's, who knows, over 30 years old. So we've got a 47 microfarad capacitor at 16 volts. Some like to do 50 volts, but I could not find this small of a scale of a capacitor at my local electronics store. Plug to Sengoku Denki, thank you. This is all they had. So 16 volts is what I used usually, so I'm going to stick with that. And we're going to connect there's a negative and a positive to these. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. This should pick up automatically. All right, it's not. So there's a negative and a positive. The negative is this line side and the positive is here. We want the positive to go inside the board. Want the positive to go inside the board onto that point there. And the negative should go to the wire, the lead, excuse me. And it is going to go out the other way. Lead, this will get clipped, and this will go to the lead, which I'll either put out this way or maybe some other way down here. All right, out this side of the board. So we got that in. And the second component we got here is a 220 microfarad 16 volt capacitor, and this I believe is for the audio. We're going to get the audio from that little shiny guy right there. So that should be great. Welcome in, Prime Retro Gamer. Echo, echo, echo. Excuse me, excuse me. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's do this. How about now? Are we streaming now? That looks good. Sounds like I am. Sounds like we've got things working. Sorry for the sigh. It's a sigh of relief, I swear. Okay, we've only lost 15 minutes, so we're modding Famicoms. Let's go. All right. So we are going to start soldering these things. I just want to get some wire out. Do some wire clipping and things. Today I want to use a thin cable because we might put this through a very small hole on the back. Some very thin cable that has a solid core, so it's kind of has some strength to it. But we'll see. I might change it out later. This Famicom I'm making for a friend, and he doesn't know I'm making one. So let's do this. All right, where is, here we got our wire. Let's zoom out just a tad. We got our wire here. This is, I don't know, something like probably something like between 26 and 30 AWG, if you can see that there. Between 26 and 30, somewhere around here probably. It's really thin. So we just need 3 strands, if I can find the end to it. There it is. I'm just gonna check out about how much I need. That's probably just put a little bit extra there, so add more than you need is probably safe. I'm gonna do about like that. Cut 3 of those. Oh, that's not good. About this much. Hey everybody in the chat, I have not looked. I am sorry if anybody new came or if everybody has left. My apologies. Sound, I think sounds okay now. If I'm too hot, turn your volume down. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that looks about right. Something like this. It's about the length of the Famicom board. Alright, but I'm going to make a few of these. Maybe an extra one in case I goof up. But this wire is pretty hard to goof up because it's single. It's a single core, if that's what you say. I don't know. It just has one wire on the inside. Okay. There's one. Let's do another one. Should probably look at my chat. I can't see it, it's so tiny. Just a shout out to you guys that came and joined me early. Prime Retro Gamer, thanks for joining in. Kim Saladin, thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope your Famicom modding is going well. I think 3 should be good, and then I'm going to use probably the leg of a capacitor to add something. Just gonna strip these wires real quick. Hey. All right. So this is almost probably the smallest. It's like 30. There we go. Just take a little off of there. Off of there. I'm only trimming these to about, I don't know, 3 millimeters or something like that. All right, we got those trimmed. No, we don't have them all trimmed. This one didn't get trimmed. Now they're all trimmed. Okay. Let's train the wires a little. Yeah, yesterday's stream wasn't having me. The computer crashed right when we were getting into the mod. But it was a good thing because I had to go at that time. But it would have been nice to say goodbye. Hey there, Alex Kuhn. Good evening. How are you doing? We're at it one more time today. How you doing this morning? What are you doing? You going on some hunting missions today? All right. All right, so I have this kind of, let's zoom in and see how well we can see this. All right, just move that over a little. All right, so this is the video. We want to solder it in there. And the positive is going to go on the side of the board. I'm going to go ahead and clip this off because it looks like it's in prime location. I'm going to clip it really close. Let's see if we can. I'm going to turn the autofocus off. All right. Alex Kuhn says, tired watching Oppenheimer, played some Zelda Wind Waker earlier. Steam seems more stable today. Yeah, same here. It's more stable. I've been playing a few Steam games as of late. Only a couple. I don't usually play Steam a whole lot, but it should be okay. What did you play on the old Steam stream? Let's see. I'll just put that down a little bit further. That should be able to just roll it in. See if I can get a bit better angle on that. All right. I'll hit it with some flux. There we go. It is kind of sticking to the board there, which is nice. Oh yes, my stream, of course. Sorry. Of course. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. And then we're going to hook in the next guy, which is a 220 microfarad, also 16 volts. We're going to do that on this other little shiny point right here on the board. And that will be our audio. So it goes like this. I'm just going to ever so slightly, though, put it on that side. We want to put the positive side down there. So I'm going to put it like that. I do want to angle this down to the board. Something like that. So then have a nice come on. The board is sharp, so be careful when you do this. Something like that should be good. You can't, my finger's probably in the way of that. How about now? Can you see that? Kinda. Right there. You do this without having to remove it. There, we got that. That's pretty good. Might have not left enough. Oh, it should be just right. That seems pretty solid. Yeah, that's on there. It feels pretty solid. Okay, good. I got these leads. All right. So, I do apologize if I'm breathing heavy. Babel116, hey Scruffy, sorry if this has been asked, but does this mod work on all Famicom models? I tried it on mine and still have lots of noise on the video. The noise on the video could sometimes be... so first to answer your question, yes, this is, what is this model? This is the late revision model. I haven't taken it out, but I'll show you later. This is the late revision model. Probably the same one as in my video on my page, the Easy AV mod video. I think it's GPM 07. These are the later revisions that have this metallic back piece here. And those use this mod. I would suggest using this way of modding. If you get an early revision, that's another, you have to mod it a different way. You can't do it the same as this. The board is a bit different. I hope that answered your question. All right. Thinking about routing this different than usual. I want to route it through this spot here. I usually route it through the controller ports, but there is, I think, plenty of space to move it through here. I just need to take the entire thing apart. So, I'm sorry, that's the same one I had then, thanks. Yes. Also, the reason you might be getting interference could be the length of the wire, length of the cable you use. And if you're using shielded cable or not shielded cable, this is unshielded. So it's possible it will have a rougher signal than using shielded cable. You can also just connect the composite wires, which could save on that, because oftentimes composite cables have shielding on them already. Yes. Let's see. These are good. Okay. Here we have for example, my cables I usually go with a TRRS jack. This is the male side here. This is the male jack, and then I put the female jack on some wires coming out of the Famicom, so then we can just hook them up like this, and it's just low profile. I don't like a bunch of cords hanging out the back if I can help it, but it depends on your setup and what your preferences are. So you could just snip these wires here and just hook them up directly, and that would be a way to go, and it might cut down on interference. Mark G, welcome. Hope you're doing well, man. You working on the garden today? Is it snowing over there? Awesome. I trimmed down the cables to as short as I could manage, but I used cheap 10 wires. Maybe I'll start over with something better quality. Yeah, so it's worth a try. Cables are pretty important. I have not put a whole lot of thought into cables, but I know how important they are. So that could be one way to go. I hope you come up with a good solution. All right. we are just blowing through time. Let's see if I can. I want to add a ground cable, but I would like to. Oh, there we go. This ground plane here is really, it wicks away heat so easily that it's really hard to connect anything here, but I just wanted to make it easy for myself to come in there later when we add okay. So let's just see if we can get this working first. I'm just going to hook up the wires simple. We've got some. All right. All right, we got one wire hooked up. I am going to trim these down. So if you're saying, what are you doing? That's what I'm doing. I just want to hook it up and check out the quality real quick before. Yo, come on. I don't like that. I don't like that burr on there. All right. I should probably be using thicker wire for like the audio and video, but I'm going to do it this way today. Turn the heat up on that. I see you guys chatting over there. I will get to you very soon. Sorry. Mark G, I'm fine, thank you. Snow is completely gone. Been extremely busy, so missed a few streams. Hope you are doing well. No worries, man. Glad you're out of the snow age over there. It's always good to be able to walk without slipping. Yeah. The streams haven't been all that great as of late. I've been having lots of issues. So it's good you could catch this one. This is the best one so far. JD213. Hey Scruffy, always like these mods. Famicom still looks great over composite. not just with CRTs. It even looks good with a flat screen if you have something like a RetroTink 2X. Yes, get those RetroTink products because they're really good. They are really good. Definitely need a RetroTink. Makes gaming much nicer if you can afford one. If not, CRT composite video is really good. Agreed. All right, we got those in. I'm missing a very important component. I need to add some. Sorry, I do that silly noise all the time. Okay. Forgot to add these components here. These components need to go on before the wire, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So we have this, I think that's like a 1 microfarad capacitor. I have to check, I can't remember. But we're going to stick that onto the audio line, and then this like 120 ohm resistor goes on the video line. And the, you know, these, you can probably range the resistor here. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and snip this down first. All right. Okay, we gotta turn that back down. Turn the soldering station down to like 350. This is Celsius, so for your reference. Okay, I'm just going to snip the resistor. I'm going to use the resistor leg later, so I will put that over to the side. We're going to use this to hook up pseudo stereo. And then I don't need that much here, so I'm going to give it about that much. We have plenty of legs to work with now. One thing I wish to do is add some flux to these legs here. Flux pen. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that one down to about there. Let's get that leg out of there. We don't want to cause any shorting. Add a little bit of flux to that too. All right, that's ready. Can you guys just add some flux to this? Okay, I just prime this up a little bit. There we go. That should be plenty. And I'm going to first just connect the wire to it. Okay, I hope you guys can see this side. It doesn't matter which way you solder these. Okay. Where's my masking tape? Masking tape. Anybody mod out there understands this feeling here where you can't find something you need when you need it. There it is. Where it should have been. Just couldn't see it because it was too dark. Alright, we got our masking tape. I just want to stop this thing from moving. I should probably use alligator clips or something, but this will work. We will. I'm just going to stick it right there. How about that? All right. There we go. There it is. All right. Hold it like that. Just. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. All right. Sorry, I have got a bit of a runny nose. All right, we connected it right there. And we need to add a line in on the we're going to add this microfarad, 1 microfarad capacitor, I believe, on the audio line. I'm just gonna space it out like that. Off camera here, I'm just going to add some flux. And I'm going to prime it with some solder. Then we can add it. I guess I didn't prime this with flux or anything. It's always good to add flux though. Saw your comment there, Mark G. Japanese homes should get central heating. Yes, they should. Could use some central heating, definitely. I'm just going to leave that up here. All right. That's looking pretty good. Just gonna clip that about right there. Hit it with a little bit of flux. And just add a little bit of solder to that. Just tinning these things. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Tin. Let's tin your wires, folks. Makes a big difference. I get rid of that leg. There we go. All those wires are in. Now I just need to remember how to hook up this guy. It has 3 leads. I think, I don't remember. There's a gold one and there's a silver one. Which was, wait, that's not the one I want to use. I went and got some new ones here. Box of tricks here. I got some new ones. This is one I would like to use instead. I like these. This is the one I used on the original video I made. So you just unscrew them like that. This is a TRRS, so it has 4 channels. It's got ground left and right. This is a quality Japanese part there. And you put your wires into this way and then hook it up. So one thing that's you should do if you're doing this is don't use all the same wire color. Use slightly different wires so you don't mistake anything. I think we can figure this out though. Excuse me. Yeah, you can always test the wires later. So I'm just going to shove them all in there. All right, so we got those in. And if you want like, what's the sheathing or something on this, that's also a good idea to add sheathing to it, just to add a bit of extra protection. I might go back and do that. All right. We are running low on time, so I may have to cut this episode off here and come back at about 1:30 or 2. I've got to go to work for a few hours this morning. But I might come back at about 1:30 or 2 and complete this and show a working AV Famicom. So if you guys would like to see the end of this, part 3, hopefully that's the end of this one. I wanted to make this a quick 1-episode mod, but we've already gone into 2 and we're not finished. So I think I'm going to end it there. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Ghetto, what's up, man? Can't have central heating. Too many earthquakes that would bend and bust pipes, causing gas leaks or explosion. Good point. Point well stated. Yeah, there are lots of house fires. I'm also scared of using space heaters, so we just kind of suffer with the air conditioning unit. Which is probably the only thing about having a small house is it's easier to heat, less space to heat up. All right, guys. Mark G, thank you very much. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it, man. I did an awesome hunt yesterday. Hopefully I can get a hunt episode out before my usual time. We'll see. But it's been a long work week, so I'm doing some live streams. And yeah, you guys come back at about 1 or 2. I'll try to give you a heads up about an hour before, at least 30 minutes beforehand. But stay safe, everybody. But above all, stay scruffy looking.